think we're going to jump inside the cockpit. It's a little noisy out on the ramp. Hello, welcome back to the flight deck. Today we are continuing our world tour. We are currently in Chicago, and we're going to fly over to Boston. It's been a stormy, rainy time out here in the U.S. Midwest, Eastern Canada. Lots of storm belts moving through. We had a horrendous lightning storm this morning. Rain, hail, power going out. It was quite the storm that rolled through. And I think we might catch up to it on the way to Boston. But that's all right. So we are here, like I said, in Chicago. We have ATC online here in Chicago. We may get more en route as well. We are up on VATSim, and everything is going good. So while we're here, good to see everybody. Brian, Scott, and Prisha in the chat. Hello. We'll start getting the aircraft set up, and then we can get a hold of ATC and figure out what runway they're using. They've got two potentials. Yeah, we had it pretty torrential. A lot of lightning strikes around. I was driving and all of a sudden everything went out. Traffic lights went out. Hail started. It was a pretty impressive storm. Alright, cockpit preparations are done. We'll get the armrest up so I can reach some of those switches. So parking brakes are on. Ground power is on and connected. Batteries are now off. Let's come down here to the pad. We'll get our flight loaded in. We'll make the update here to 2015. There we go. That is all nicely set now. For today's flight, we are taking 118 passengers, 2.5 tons of cargo, and 80 to 100 kilograms of fuel. The aircraft is starting to come up. I think we are ready to start boarding.
Boarding requested.
And we'll get them coming up. We'll kill the Rogers pad over there. That's fine. And we'll carry on setting up. So Adirs 1, 2, and 3 are up and running. Evac sign Captain Purser. We'll get the signs on in the back. Also get our lights up. There's the overhead. Turn on the nav light so that the ground crew know the aircraft is powered up. And we'll turn up our bottom lights as well. Crew oxygen coming online. Generators 1 and 2 are on and in fault. It's going to be humid out there.
Do you want to board crew?
No.
Passengers boarding starting.
So we're going to turn down the temperature in the back a little bit. Get rid of some of that condensation and humidity. Packs are on and in fault as well. We can do our fire tests. There's the APU. Engine 1. Engine 2. Emergency exit lights are armed. Icing indicator, standby compass lights are on. Cargo heat is set to cold. So let's pop down here to Roger. Get him into the menu side. We're going to get the numbers. There's our preliminary load sheets. We're going to force the final in a second. We'll pop over to my side and we'll start getting the aircraft all set up. Clear these messages. So database is good to 12 July. Initialization, and we will bring in our flight plan. There we go. So we're flying from KORD, Chicago, KBOS to Boston. Our alternative today is New York, John F. Kennedy. Flight number for the tour, 5556. That is good. We fly with a cost index of 25. Today we're going up to a cruise of 370, and we will get the winds. While we're requesting the winds, oops. Clicked on the wrong button there. Let's flip over here. We're going to come over here. We're going to go load aircraft. We're going to instant load. Dismiss. We'll come back to our ground services. We'll bring the jetway back because it's going to try to pull it away. All right, he's hanging in. Okay. This way we can get our final numbers. So pop back over to Roger. Come back here. Didn't do it. I use GSX for mine, Scott. I've been using it for a while now. It's pretty good. The custom pushback commands are crap, so I don't use it, but it's generally pretty good. So we got our zero fuel weights here. We can pop over. We got our wins. We can go to our init B page, and we're going to need some of this information over here. So zero fuel weight is 55.6. No, it's not. It's 56. I don't know why I said that. And our zero fuel center of gravity is going to be 30.7. I'll enter that in there. And our, where's our fuel? 8.2 tons on our block fuel. There we go. Clear the wind data. Our reserve for today's flight, probably going to be around a ton. Let's take a quick look at the detailed flight plan. Yep, 1 ton. I believe it still does work. I think it has issues with Phoenix still, but I never had that issue that people were saying they were getting, so it was all good for me. All right, we can come over to our flight plan into Boston. We are looking at ILS 04 right on our arrival. ILS 04 right, and we're looking at going in on the J Fund 2 at Ponct. And we'll insert that. Quickly go down. Yeah, it's all looking good. Brings us around nicely. And what's this at? Navo, where's Joby? Yeah, that's all good. We'll self-direct from there. That is not a problem. Yeah, Phoenix default will work as well. So we'll go back up to Chicago. Yeah, I never had the issue, but I just got into the habit of using the GSX pushback. So let's give a call to the controllers. So we have 2 controllers up in the moment. We've got South Tower and looks like Chicago Approach. So let's get them tuned in. So South Tower is 127.50. And Chicago Approach is 1190. There we go. Now if we quickly look at the ATIS, winds are 300, 15, gusting 21, 9 miles of visibility, 29065 is the current barrel. So it's 29065, low pressure coming through the area. Go, it's set, and 29065 will set down here on the standby as well. There we go. Expect vectors to runway 27 approach, RNAV 27, ILS 28 approach, simultaneous approaches in use, 3 back, all hold, short instructions. Departures, expect runways 22 left, 28 right. I think we're going to get 28 right. 28 right from November 5, that's fine. Runway 4, runway 22 close, right closed, runway 22 left, glide slope out of service. Birds in the area, that's all boarding is done. Caution men and equipment at numerous sites on the field. Central de-icing facility. Procedures in effect. When ready, ready to taxi, contact ground, metering. Advise you have information. Echo, that's fine. So I got a message when I first logged in.
Radio check.
127.50.
Delta 4220 over tower 5x5.
All right. So we'll give him a call. Chicago Tower, good afternoon. Skyways 5556 with you. Gate 7 with information. Echo looking for a clearance over to Boston.
Aircraft calling, say call sign.
Skyways 5556.
Skyways 5556 O'Hare Tower, cleared to the Boston Logan International Airport via the O'Hare 7 departure. Radar vector is EBIC, then is filed. Climb via SID, maintain 5000, expect flight level 37010 METAPS departure. Departure frequency 119.0, squawk 6523.
O'Hare Tower, Delta 199, request push and start.
Skyways 5556, go ahead, we'll be back.
Roger, we got squawk 6523, departure frequency of 119.0. Departure SID, I believe, was the ORW7. Can you confirm the runway and initial altitude, please?
Skyways 5556, yeah, it's going to be the O'Hare 7 departure, radar vector is EBIC, and then you're going to climb with the SID and maintain 5000.
Roger, and can you confirm runway in use for departure?
Skyways 5556, it's going to be runway 28 right at November 5.
Roger, 28 right at November 5, Skyways 5556. Okay, alright, so...
Skyways 5556, read back correct, push and start at your discretion, call when ready taxi.
Roger, we'll call for taxi, Skyways 5556. Alright, so, gonna make some changes.
Delta 199, push and start at your discretion, call when ready taxi.
So it's gonna be 28 right.
Push and start at our discretion, call for taxi, Delta 199.
And we are going off. It's weird, it doesn't give me departures, but that's fine. We'll go to our departure. The O'Hare 7 departure. Or W7. Interesting, it doesn't, that's not the one. Where did I see? I saw it, O R W. Interesting. That's fine. We'll just head direct out and get a vector from there. So, oh, you got it as a VA flight, Scott? That's good. Let's pop down here. We're going to go Chicago. Let's see if it's in here. It's going to be the 28 right departure. We're going off. Yeah, see, no SIDS. Oh, to eBay. There it is. Climb and maintain 5,000. So it says expect radar vectors to first en route point. So we're just going to climb out, and then we'll expect radar vectors to E-bake. So that is going to be fine. And we can go into our performance. Alright, it's taking a little bit longer. I don't know why that departure wasn't... I saw it there, and then it disappeared, and I don't know where I saw it. Alright, so we are departing on 28 right. Surface is... It looks dry. It's not raining at the moment. Final load sheet. We'll grab the weather. Intersection... was November 5? Yeah, November 5. It's not showing. Interesting. Alright, so we got that. We'll do our calculation. There we go. So 139, 139, 142. 142. And we're showing a flaps 2.
O'Hare Tower, Delta 199. We're at the Gulf Bay, ready for taxi.
And they want us a flex of 67 degrees. Alright, so that is all in now.
Delta 199, runaway 22 left, taxi via
and then you can go to flight
Alpha
plan.
12, Bravo, Victor.
Takeoff data is set.
Yankee.
Altimeters are set. Transponder of 6523.
Right, so 22 left via Alpha 12, Victor, Bravo, Victor, no, Alpha 12, Bravo, Victor, Yankee.
PWS, GCS are on, fueling loaded, boarding is complete, APU coming online. So we currently have 12 departures, 9 arrivals here at Chicago. There's somebody taxiing out. British Airways down
Delta
there.
199, you can omit that Yankee, it's just going to be Victor straight to 22 left.
Love the floating tug sitting on top of the terminal.
Just Victor, not Yankee, Delta 199.
And we're going to be departing from just over here. It's not too far away.
We're ready to go when you are.
Cabin's ready. APU's coming online.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I would love to welcome you aboard our flight. When you find your seat, please be sure to place your larger carry-on items in the overhead bins and smaller items underneath the seat in front of you. Unless you're in the front row, please place all of your items in the overhead bins. If you have any trouble finding a location,
Alright, there's 100% APU is available. APU bleeds are now on.
If the overhead
External
bin
power is
full,
now
please make sure you
disconnected.
close it as a courtesy to other
Takeoff data
passengers.
is set 139,
Please double-check
142.
that all your
FCU
items
is
are
set.
put away
Managed
so that the aisle is clear
5,000.
and other passengers can make their way to their
It's
seats.
actually going to be runway
If you're in
heading.
an emergency exit row, please
273.
leave the exit seating responsibilities in the card in the seat back in front of you. If you're not able to comply with these actions, please
273.
go to
Flight directors are on both
That way you
sides.
can
Radios are set.
Now's the time to get out any last-minute text messages if you need to, but we ask
good
that
to
once
get
you
all our
depart,
ground
please
equipment
put
away.
any laptops or
It's
tablets.
this one.
Thank you, and welcome aboard.
So you can go back into here. Everything is all loaded the way it should be. We can come to our ground equipment. Pull the chocks.
Good afternoon, ladies
Pull the
and gentlemen,
GPU.
and welcome aboard flight 5556 with service to
Tell the
Boston.
jetway
Our
to go
flight
away.
time will be roughly 1 hour and 53 minutes. Now that the cabin door is closed, please
There it
make sure that
goes.
all devices are in airplane mode and your large devices are now shut down.
And we are ready for
Please
pushback.
fasten your seatbelt and make sure that all tray tables and seat backs are in a full upright and locked position for departure. Cabin crew, secure doors for departure.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Not sure where he is. I think he's stuck in a building. We're a little far forward here on the line. Oh, there he is. So we're going to go nose left, tail right. That should put us on this line here for our taxi
Departure
down.
checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Interesting, I'm getting this little white thing occasionally around the instruments, like you can pop them out. I don't know why it's showing them that way. Just gonna do a quick look at the weather overlay here in Navigraph to see what that's
Locking
rain
gear.
is looking like. Oh yeah, we're gonna be flying through a bunch of it on the way. Should be interesting.
Tower, good afternoon, Dragon 1. We have the localizer manual descent.
Release parking brakes, please.
Brakes released.
Commencing push. All engines clear.
Beacon light
Start at will.
is on.
Dragon 1 over tower, low, wind 300 at 15,
Fuel pumps
gust
are
21,
on.
runway 27, left clear to land.
Ignition to start. Starting engine number 2.
27 clear for the land, Dragon 1.
O'Hare Tower, Delta 199, holding short at 22 left, ready to go. Delta 199, wind 300 at 15, gust 21, turn left heading 140, runway 22 left clear for takeoff. 22 left clear takeoff, left heading 140, Delta 199.
Direct your attention to the flight attendants for a safety demonstration. When the seatbelt light is fastened,
The engine's
please
coming
make sure
up.
that your seatbelts are fastened low and
Turn
tight
on
across
a
the
little
lap.
bit of
To
flood
fasten,
lighting
insert
as
the
well.
metal fittings into one another and tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckle. We suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the entire flight as we may experience unexpected turbulence.
Just to
There are several
provide a
emergency
little
exits on
bit
this
of
aircraft. To familiarize yourself with the emergency exits on this aircraft, please refer to the safety card in the seat back pocket in front of you. In some cases, your nearest exit might be behind you. If we need to evacuate the aircraft, there is lighting on the floor to guide you towards the
ones
exit.
are already turned
In
all the way
event
up.
that the cabin loses pressure, an oxygen mask will drop right in front of you. To start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you. Place it firmly over your nose and mouth and secure the elastic band behind your head. Tighten the straps if necessary.
Good start
and
on
breathe
engine 2,
normally.
starting engine
Although
1.
the bag does not inflate, oxygen is flowing to the mask. If you are traveling with a child or someone who requires assistance,
Please set parking
secure your mask
brakes.
first and then assist others. Use your
I'm
mask
Dragon
until a
1.
member
We're
of
breaking
your
out of the swamp at about 2,400.
Against the water landing, a life vest is located in a
Roger,
pouch
thank
under
you.
your seat or between the armrests. When instructed,
Engine,
you can open
1
the
coming up.
pouch and remove the vest. Flip it over your head. Wrap the straps around your waist and buckle at the front. Pull the strap to tight. To inflate the vest, pull firmly on the red cord only exiting the aircraft. If it doesn't inflate automatically, you may blow into the mouthpiece for manual inflation. This vest is equipped with a whistle and a light. If you need to, your seat cushion can be used as a secondary flotation device. Please make sure to exit the aircraft as soon as possible and leave your belongings. Once again, all devices must be in airplane mode and your larger devices must be turned off and stowed at this time.
Temperatures are coming up.
Please securely
Engine
stow your personal
stabilizing.
items. Make sure your seatbelts are fastened and seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position. We remind you that this is a non-smoking flight. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying the smoke detectors located in the lavatories is prohibited by law.
Delta 199, contact Chicago
There we go. Engine 1 is available. So up top,
We suggest reading this.
generators
Let us
1 and
know
2
if you have
are
any
both
questions.
on with no faults.
flying with
Ignition
us,
mode
and we hope you
selector
enjoy your
2.
flight.
Normal. Probe heats are on automatic. Engine anti-ice not required. Packs 1 and 2 are on no faults. Takeoff flaps set. Flaps 2 set. Trim was neutral. And we are full left, full right, neutral, full forward, full back, neutral, full left rudder, full right rudder, neutral. APU bleeds and APU is off. FCP set for departure. And then engine instruments are checked. Everything is good. Tiller is on. Nose light.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good
To
engine to start.
taxi.
You can disconnect.
Auto brake set to RTO. Speed brakes armed. Turn on the. I'll do wing lights probably when we go out of here. It's because of the gloom that we have.
Unlocking gear.
There goes an Alaska.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is
Other
clear.
aircraft landing.
One, welcome to Chicago. Where are you parking?
We're taking the right on Mike, and we're looking for general aviation.
There goes the truck.
Dragon 1, Roger. You can taxi to the GA ramp via Mike Delta Tango Tango, cross 27 center at Mike.
Mike, across Mike 27 Center,
Dragon 1
Delta
seems to
Tango
be
Tango.
a Challenger 700 private jet.
The cabin is ready for takeoff.
Cabin's ready for takeoff. There's our guy there. We'll do our TO config. No blue. He's giving us the wave. We are ready to go. We'll come over. Transponder will go on. 6523 in the box. There's the wave. Chicago Tower Skyways 5556 ready for taxi.
Goes 5556, runway 28 right at November 5, taxi via Alpha 15 November.
Alpha 15 November to November 5 for 28 right Skyways 5556. All right. Brakes are released. So we're going to come out here. It's not far. We're just going to basically come straight out on Alpha 15 down to November. And then it's basically the next right after that. That's that Alaskan. I can just see the lights disappearing into the clouds. Everything else is looking very good. Your tug is the floater. Yeah, it was up on the roof at one point. Let's take a look. We are clear down the left side, clear down the right side. A little bit of brake. Hi, Liam. How are you? Thanks for dropping by the stream today. We're going to go out on Alpha 15 here. Not 14 was the other one. This is Bravo. We want November. Not doing too bad. Not doing too bad. Been a little under the weather the past few days, but still managing to get the flights in. So here's November. That's November 4. That's the high-speed exit, so we're not taking that. We're going to the next one, which is November 5. All right, so come down here, we'll get the weather radar on. TCAS can go on. TARA. bit of traffic off over the water. And here's November 5 coming up. So their lights on, strobe lights on, turn off lights on, and wing lights are on. Opening the cabin. Let's do it that way. Chicago Tower, Skyways 555628 right at November 5, ready to go.
Skyways 5556, wind 300 to 15, gust 21, turn right heading 040, runway 28 right at November 5, clear for takeoff.
Roger, clear for takeoff, runway 28 with a right turn to heading 040 for Skyways 5556. Alright, so let's move out. Come on. There she goes. Yep, we're heading to Boston. So we're basically heading out to E-Bank. And then, come on. We'll make our turn. Flight's about 2 hours-ish. Just under 2 hours. So we're set brakes up, or power to 40%. Clock is running. Takeoff power set, man flex 67 degrees, SRS runway enabled, auto throttle blue. It's 100 knots. V1 rotate. Positive rate, gear up, speed brakes disarmed. Pilot set.
Skyway 5556, contact Chicago departure 119.0, good day.
119.0 for Skyways 5556, good day. Just went ahead 040. Chicago departure, Skyways 5556 with you, climbing through 3,300 for 5,000.
Skyway 5556, Chicago departure, radar contact, climb maintain 15,000, proceed direct eBay.
Climb maintain 15,000, proceed direct eBay. Skyways 5556.
Drive 2204 heavy, clear direct, hot dog.
Clear direct hot dog, Giant 2204 Heavy.
And approach November 99, Papa Mike requesting arrival.
Alright, so that's us coming around. A little bit of traffic off to our right. There we go, through at speed. Go full flap retraction.
Mike, Chicago approach. Enter right base, runway.
E-Bake is located out over the lake.
And the right base, runway 317, November 99, Papa Mike.
Your dog's looking at your food? Yeah, they tend to do that. Alright, we're climbing up, we're speeding up, coming up to 5,000 feet. We're cleared to 15 at the moment. We're looking good. We are going to be popping out of his zone by the time we hit E-Bake. Just going to take a look down our route, see if there's any more ATC up.
Giant 2204 Heavy, 900 miles from Hot Dog, across Hot Dog at 4,000, cleared.
We may get New York. So New York has come up.
Right, cross hot dog at 4,000, cleared for the RNAV Zulu approach runway 30, Giant 2204 Heavy.
And we're in the soup here. So I did a quick check, and I'll show you as we climb out on the weather radar. Not the one in the aircraft, but on the Navicraft charts. You can see the bands of storms that will be passing through. But looks like we're already coming up to the tops of the clouds here. Very nice. So we get runway lights off. Those lights, wing lights can come off.
Skyway 5556, Chicago Center's offline, radar service terminated, frequency change approved. See ya.
Roger, frequency change approved. Thanks for the ATC. Have a good day. Alright, so we're going to go over
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now passed 10,000 feet. You may now turn on your larger portable electronic devices. This is also a reminder
That is
to
a
please keep
Unicom.
your seatbelt fastened while you're seated and
We're going
not
to clear
congregate in
ourselves
the
up to
galley or near the
37,000
lavatory.
feet. It's our cruise altitude. 10,000 feet. Get the lights off in the back. Strobes, beacon, nav lights are still on. Everything else is off. Seatbelt signs can come off now as well. You guys are free to move around in the back.
The flight crew has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. You can now get up and move around the cabin. However, we ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened when seated in case of unexpected turbulence.
All right, Scott, you get off the ground. Yep, definitely just a solid massive cloud out here. Alright, so I'm just going to do another quick look. I want to see where my route takes me and if I'm going to skip over New York airspace. Doesn't look like I will. Although New York just went offline. Looks like I cut just into their airspace a little on the north end. But we'll see. Where do we go? Still configuring? Okay. Yeah, we'll be slipping just under Toronto. Staying in Cleveland. But they're offline as well. So if I bring up the weather, and push the buttons, there we go. You can see our route here. Going to take us through, and we got some of these bands of rain. This is the one that came through Toronto this morning. Caused all the storms and everything. It's pretty intensive. As we head out towards the coast, this is all going to be moving over, so we may run into some of it when we get out here to Boston. We'll see. Let me turn that off now. But we're looking good. So we're back tomorrow as we continue our tour of Canada. We'll be leaving again at 1930 Zulu. This time we're flying out of Calgary. We're going to be crossing the Rockies and heading down to the capital of British Columbia, which is Victoria, on the southern tip of Vancouver Island. That should be a good flight as well. Let's bring up our route information. And overdue standard pressure. So the weather currently in Boston, although we'll take another look at it obviously. Winds are 170 at 12. Well, looks like it's starting to come around. Few clouds at 15, scattered at 35, scattered at 14,000, broken at 25,000. It's hot, 28 degrees. There's lightning reported to the west of the airport. Yeah. So it looks like the storms are starting to roll into Boston at the moment. But we'll do another check on them when we get closer, see where those winds are. I think with the different bands going through, the winds are going to become quite unstable. Estimated flight time for today's flight is 1 hour 53 minutes. Now, let's see if this is behaving today. Don't like the fact that it's locking up like that. See how that does. Okay, that's once. So that's us arriving at Ebake. Doesn't like me clicking anywhere else. So I'm going to set up a view probably at the right side of the aircraft. See, I didn't even... Yeah, I'm going to shut that down. Let's look out this way today. We'll get some in-flight entertainment up and going for your pleasure. As always, drinks cart and food is available if you wish. You can redeem your points for it. And we will go from there. So, got a couple little shorts and a movie. Sit back, relax, enjoy the flight. We'll be back for the briefing when we come into Boston. I'll be in the chat and off the main microphone for this portion of the trip. You may hear me, though, if ATC comes online. I gotta talk to them. So sit back, relax, enjoy, and we'll be back in about an hour and a half.
While out in the meadow green, they wandered close by some emptied it gold with one thought in mind, to capture the poor little sheep.
lunch in here?
I plan to.
Swell, so am I.
Do I know you?
You don't have to be introduced formal.
No, but I prefer not.
Okay, lady. Excuse me for trying to be friendly.
It's a waste of the taxpayers' money. What does he, folks? As if the taxes aren't high enough already.
Coffee and a hamburger.
An egg-tart sandwich with a pineapple juice. Well, I might have to look for the juice. Won't you have, I'll wait.
Is that what you run that jalopy on? Pineapple juice?
Huh? Well, I'll go look for it. Be right back.
Ever raced it? You ever look into that race that goes to Mexico, the International?
I'm racing.
Real sport, huh?
I couldn't find anything back there. But I'll put your hamburger on. Get it. Grapefruit juice will do. That I know we haven't got. Say, did you two hear about that guy that broke out of jail up in Coachella? Some jail they got up there, huh? I'm telling you, honey, it ain't safe on the road these days. I would worry. Well, worry or not, it ain't safe. This cop, they call Webster, drove a truck right off the road. Murder, that's what it is.
You could say that again.
Murder. You from up that way?
A buddy of mine told me about it.
Cops got him, let him go again.
They won't get away from us.
You and who else?
Listen, every trucker on the highway is watching for this guy. We'll find him. When we do, won't even have time to think about getting away.
What do you mean?
Oh, I can shoot as straight as any cop.
Well, they put it on the radio what he looks like. But they said they didn't have a picture of him.
Cop. Just keep your eye on him.
Oh, don't worry, I do. I talk to people all the time. And I get to figure them out, too.
Want to take my money?
Yes. This guy don't seem much interested in the case.
I wonder if you could get the pineapple juice.
Now, sure, lady, be right back.
Hitchhiker? No. I didn't see your car out there. I'm walking. No, I'll give you a lift. What's your name? Bob Nielsen's mine.
Myers. Bill Myers.
Myers, huh? Where you from?
You ask a lot of questions, Mr. Nielsen, but I'm from El Centro.
Right there where Webster killed that guy, huh? You know him? Webster?
No.
Hear about it?
How could I help?
Interested?
No. No, I'm not.
If I'm giving you a lift, Myers, I'd like to see your identification.
Say I wanted a lift.
Maybe I'd better see it anyway.
Oh, no, you don't.
Stop it, hold it.
Oh.
Wait, hurry, we better get a boat.
Come on.
Where do you think you're going?
Mexico.
You're not going to leave that man here.
With you. Get a car.
Webster?
Come on.
Well, I had to turn everything upside down, but I finally found... Well, where is everybody? Oh!
In a few moments, we'll be starting our in-flight service. We will be serving complimentary drinks and snacks. Please look at your seat back for our list of complimentary premium drinks are available for a small card. If you wish to make an additional purchase, please note that we only accept credit cards.
W-I-L. What? I want to see it. I want to report a murder. Yes, a murder. I can't tell you about it on the phone. Highway 74. Oh, for heaven's sake, hurry up.
a lot of cops and lots of people before we cross the border. Just behave yourself, act natural, and there won't be any trouble. I like quiet women. Stay that way.
There's a gas station ahead. Better fill up before dark.
You can do better than that.
All right, look at the gas gauge.
Follow me, folks.
Fill her up.
Right. Keys.
Huh?
You want the gas in the gas tank, don't you?
Could you tell me where the ladies' room is, please?
It's over there, lady.
Thank you. Excuse me.
Your wife?
No.
Pretty girl.
Yeah. Hey, to check the oil and the tires, please.
Yep. I got me a pretty hot little old V8. It's a wreck, but I had a modified. She goes like a bomb. Headed through the traps up a dry run. Did 103 miles an hour. What'll this one do then? I said, what'll this one? I'm talking to myself.
Going someplace?
Well, she's all checked out and ready to go. That'll be $4. Sure nice day to go cruising around. Weather's like this tomorrow, I'm gonna take my old wreck and go for a spin.
You interested in racing?
Well, I just fool around. Got my old wreck to the point where she'll go from 0 to 50 in just 12 seconds. What'll this one do with it? She does. He don't seem like the jack type.
We got the call only a few miles from here.
What took you so long?
Still alive. You better call an ambulance. Did you see it?
I was right here when he shot him.
There's no gun movement.
Well, it must have been Frank Lester.
How do you know?
Well, I was the one that recognized him. I told this fella here that's who he was. And then that girl that was
Girl with Webster?
Well, she must have been. She sent me out the back room, and when I came back, he was lying there.
Then you didn't see it.
Well, I practically did.
This is Sandals. I'm at the Saddle Peak Lodge Cafe. Oh, that's right. I'm gonna need an ambulance out here. Not determined yet. That's right. Right.
The girl lied.
Oh, you know the kind of girl you'd see with a guy like that.
Did you know what kind of car they were driving?
A jalopy.
Or did you see it? Did you describe it?
No, I didn't. But that's what he called it, the one they shot. He called her car a jalopy.
Better broadcast what you can figure out.
Young man and woman, old car.
Yeah. Get roadblocks set up. I wonder if you could come down to headquarters.
Sure. I'd love to get out of this death trap. Funny thing, here I am talking to a guy who turns out to be Frank Webster. And then this day comes in and orders pineapple juice. And I was telling him, a lady just ain't safe on the street these days. Do you want a cup of coffee? Then I find him on the floor. I better put some lipstick on. They might want to take my picture, huh? And I know this other guy wanted to Vegas is in the case. So I told the girl. I'd appreciate you returning my car and my freedom.
You said that before.
I'm running out of variations. I'm also running out of patience.
Any idea what to do about it?
Several ideas. None of which I intend to discuss with you.
I'm sorry if I caused you any trouble.
Oh, don't let it bother you. I guess I should be grateful you haven't murdered me yet.
Don't tempt me.
What do you expect to get out of all this?
You in this fancy car, my passport out of this country. I expect to get a few more years to live.
And I suppose you'd do anything to get them.
Just about. Don't try that again. I don't want to see you hurt.
Why not?
Because you're a nice kid. Besides, I haven't got time.
I hate you.
Just hate me all the way to Mexico.
I not only hate you, I dislike you.
I always did have trouble making friends.
Conceited, ruthless, cruel.
Got a road map? Then on the dash light.
Now what do you think you're doing?
That trucker talked they'll be looking for me in this car.
You hope he's dead.
What?
So he can't describe the cop.
Sure, Connie, sure. There's a road here if I... We're going over the mountains and around the cops, okay?
I suppose you say yes?
Yes.
Stop this car. He's liable to shoot. Is that what you want? Stop the car!
Just don't make a move. In a rush, aren't you, folks? Just wanted to tell you your tail light's out. Better get it fixed. You know, for a while there, I thought you were running away from me. All this speed, you want to save it for the racetrack, see? Now, take it easy along here. Got any more ideas?
Not at the moment.
Let's take a walk. Come on. More trouble than you're worth.
Why did that officer recognize you back there?
Maybe he's not one of my fans. Start looking.
For what?
The ignition key, what did you think? The diamonds? See anything?
I'm not looking.
Got any matches? Listen, if you want to play rough,
I don't want to play at all.
well then don't.
All I want is you to give me back my car and let me alone.
Have to pick on someone like you.
Someone will come along soon.
With my luck, you're probably right. Connie, you dare, huh?
What are you doing?
Gonna try to make this thing start.
Without a key?
It wasn't my idea, you know. You care to tie yourself to the wheel, or shall I?
It's almost midnight.
You ride off on a broom? Did you know coyotes were afraid of humans?
Start all your cars this way?
Only the ones I steal. What's that?
Extra key.
Why didn't you tell me you had it?
Why didn't you ask me?
I don't think you get much out of him, Sergeant. Try. Critical? It's difficult to say. Must have hit his head pretty hard. Mr. Nielsen, can you hear me? I'm a policeman. Give me any information. Can you hear me? Why don't you try telling him what you think happened? You respond to that. You were in a fight, Nielsen. Man and a woman were there. Do you know who they were? Do you know what kind of car they were driving? Can you tell us? Was he driving an old car? Do you know the man who hit you? Couldn't it have been Frank Webster? He's trying to speak. He slipped up again. There's probably if anything develops. These concussions are pretty tricky things, Sergeant.
about the sorriest creature I've ever known.
I don't know who you think you're looking for.
Well, it could have been Webster.
But I thought you said it was some fancy kind of car.
He could have changed cars. the time I was bitten by a rattlesnake. Only 5 years old. Me, not the snake. The snake died.
It figures.
What's the matter? Did you get up on the wrong side of the car?
I don't like this belt around my wrists.
It suits you. All the comforts of home. Go wash your face.
And you'll wake up feeling fresher, happier, and ready to meet the world. Now, here's late news on the manhunt for the truck driver wanted for murder. Police have broadcast the description of Frank Webster, still reported at large. In a wild race through the Coachella Valley, Webster forced another truck into the ditch. The truck overturned and killed the driver. Webster was arrested, but escaped from jail. Now, a general alarm is out for this dangerous criminal, and police from the southern half of the state are combing the area all the way to the border. It is reported Webster is accompanied by a young woman, but nothing is known of her.
It makes you sound so exciting. Not at all like you.
Hey, you stop more than you ride.
Well, whoever they were, they must have gone on through to the highway.
Well, maybe. Don't urge us to keep trying, though. I wish I'd taken a better look at them last night.
Oh, let's take a break. Once over, this road's enough for me.
Coast around the cops. Come on.
Get up early.
You know, for some reason, I'm going to miss you.
Thanks. Maybe we won't get a chance. Who's in those sport cars?
I don't
Racers maybe headed for the race.
suppose.
Mexico, huh?
They'll recognize you.
Not if you're a good girl. And if you are, when this is all over, you'll still be alive and beautiful.
You'll never get away with it.
Maybe not. But I'm gonna try. Viva Mexico. Remember what I told you? Don't try anything. You with the others? Yeah. Where are you going?
your wife, Mr.
Myers, Bill Myers. What's the trouble, officer?
Looking for...
So Mr. Myers and his wife are going to Mexico. Where do they start from? How do they get there? Mr. Myers? Are you going to ride with me in the International tomorrow?
You're so right.
Oh.
Tell the sergeant he's coming around. Tell him to hurry. Mr. Nielsen? Mr. Nielsen?
How is he?
Better make it fast.
I'm a policeman. I'm trying to help you. Try to understand. A man and a woman were in the cafe, and the man attacked you. You know, if they were driving, can you remember?
Jag.
Yes, go on.
He's unconscious.
Jag. Suppose he means by that.
I think the waitress can shed any light on it.
Jaguar. Jaguar's a racing car. The waitress said it was a jalopy. Anyway, at this point, we're going to try anything. By tomorrow, most of those cars will be at the International fenced into a 5-acre park.
We could stop and have lunch. Or is that impossible?
It is.
Maybe you'd rather register for the race. Or is that impossible, too?
Register? Connie, will you give me a break?
Why should I? You drive people off roads, leave injured men unconscious.
Someday I can explain. All right, don't give me a break. Just remember, I've got a gun and I know how to use it.
Checkpoint number 1. Checkpoint number 1. Number 54, JL Clancy approaching fast. Get that truck off the course. Let Clancy pass. Okay, Clancy. Oh, hi, folks. Going to register?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, just write the name of the driver and the car there. Okay, Clancy, you've qualified. Number 54, Clancy, you've qualified. Come on in. Oh, Miss Constance Adair driving?
Yes.
Yes, I'm right. I guess you hadn't heard. They had a meeting last night. This course is too dangerous. All lady drivers are banned.
But I've got to.
I'm sorry, but that's what they decided.
I'll drive.
Oh, you're a racer too.
Put me down.
What name?
Myers. Bill Myers.
Address?
El Centro.
Identification? Okay, that does it. This is a map of the course, Mr. Myers. Now, first, the qualifying run today is the first 2 miles of tomorrow's race. That keeps the trials entirely within the park, and we allow one run to get familiar with the course. Nice going, Clancy. Well, now after you've made this practice run, double back over this road and make a running start for your qualifying run. That'll be checked by an electric timer. But just remember, this race is over the old road, through the mountains along the coast into Mexico. It's a dangerous course. People can get killed.
Well, Miss Adair can ride with me, can't she?
Well, with the trials if she wants, but not tomorrow. You know, we've always had nothing but drivers in this race. Are you ready now?
As ready as we'll ever be.
Well, here are your numbers. 55. Stick them on before the test. Well, I'll be watching you and Well, what's the matter, young lady? Are you hungry?
Well, yes, I am.
Well, if you'd like a sandwich...
No, thanks. Never mind. She's always hungry.
Notice all checkpoints. Notice all checkpoints. Number 55, Bill Myers, is about to start. Clear all portions of the course. Clear all portions of the course.
Hi, honey. Connie!
Hey, Brad.
Connie, what's the matter?
They had a meeting last night. Won't allow any women drivers.
Oh, poor little Connie. Some of them are the fastest drivers in the business.
And the best.
That's what I meant. You gonna take over?
Yes, so. Well, we better get started with the trials.
I never saw this car before. Is it fully modified?
What?
You seem pretty new at this. Done much racing?
A little.
Take more than that. You're in with the best drivers in the country in this one.
That's what I hear.
Toughest road I've ever been on. I've been over them all.
Good for you.
Say, Connie, why don't you just pull out as long as you can't drive? I said, Connie, why don't you just pull out as long as you can't drive? It might be easier than taking a chance with the car.
I think I can manage it.
Apparently. Say, Connie, how about taking in the antique race with me this afternoon? Or are you busy with your driver?
We'd be glad to. Thanks.
What are you, her keeper?
Sure thing. Thanks.
You forgot your numbers.
All right, checkpoint, you. Straighten that line of bales near the edge. Pull the truck off the course till Myers goes by.
Where'd you get the Bill Myers?
From a drunk of that name. It was a small jail, you might say. We traded. Nice boyfriend you got there.
Thank you.
One of your crowd, I suppose. Well, if he didn't have money, he wouldn't last 5 minutes.
You might even become a criminal, like you.
If he got lucky.
Here. Put this on. You may as well look the part. They'll put hay bales on the track to protect you during the race.
Dangerous course, huh?
Yes. Especially for hay trucks. Gear down! Put it in the lower gear at all sharp turns. Don't lose RPM.
You like this?
Yes. Now step on the gas after we hit the curve. Ever driven a sports car before?
No, but I've driven everything from hot rods to tanks.
You gear down first, you don't have to nurse the motor back once you shift into high. Seconds count. The way you drive, you didn't run that truck up the road by accident.
I thought you already decided that. Would you like to win the race?
I always like to win.
I don't think I can make it.
I don't think you will.
Thanks.
What?
I said thanks.
You're welcome.
Okay, Myers, you can double back to your qualifying run now. This is going to be a crowded one. Yeah.
Mr. Hillman?
Yes, what can I do for you?
Officer Faraday of the State Police. Wonder if I could check over your list of entrants.
Why, yeah, sure. But why?
We're looking for someone who might be hiding out in the park. We think he's driving a Jaguar.
Well, that's a new one.
It sure is.
Well, I'll do anything I can to cooperate.
You checked all the identifications of the entrants?
Oh, yes, they'll cross the border, you know.
We don't expect to see him in the race, but we have to take every precaution.
Well, go right ahead, officer. Okay, Myers, this is your qualifying. Better go. All right, you guys, the trucks, that was close. But now, maybe you know what I've been talking about. Nice driving, Myers.
You and trucks just don't seem to get along.
You can say that again. How are we doing?
Don't lose speed.
I won't.
No?
Wow!
So you want to tell you that?
Looks like the little city sure approves of our driver there. Okay, 55. Myers, 55. You qualified. Second fastest time so far. That will put you second to last in the starting line.
Second to last.
I sure get the brakes.
I feel almost as sorry for you as you do.
You're a real fighter, aren't you?
And you're a criminal wanted for murder.
Yeah. And now you can add kidnapping. We're getting out of this little playground.
Did you find anything to help you out?
No, thanks. I'll just hang around and keep my eyes open. Can't be a roadblock.
Oh, but it is.
I think I was Dillinger.
Does all this attention make you feel important?
Not very. Didn't get word to them.
I wish I had.
I'll bet you do. You're lovely all the way. Hi. What's going on down there?
Oh, the cops, they're looking for a guy that they think's here in the park.
Think this should be a crazy place to hide?
Well, you never know what they're going to pull next. They figure he's going to be driving a Jaguar.
What makes them think that?
Some fellow broke out of jail with a murder rap. They don't expect him to be racing, but with that kind of a car, he'd hang around here until the heat's off.
I doubt it.
You folks racing?
Wouldn't miss it.
Hey, that's a nice-looking Jag you got there. They're looking for him to have a young woman with him.
Come on, Bill. If you're going to get the arrest, we better go.
Say, the fellow they're looking for is Frank Webster, in case you run into him. Good luck on the race.
Thanks.
Oh, let's take a break.
Why here?
Nobody ever comes here. There's an old house up the road. It's been abandoned for years.
Thanks. Again.
I discovered this place when I first started coming down to the races. I've sort of considered it mine ever since. Want you to come into my parlor?
What's the pitch?
Nothing. Just tired. So are you. Besides, you said something about an explanation. I'd like to hear it.
On the level?
Well, at the moment, the only thing I have against you is I never got that egg salad sandwich.
Suppose the starter's accusing his wife of not packing a lunch.
Frank!
You run away?
Later.
Think we can mail it to him.
Nice hideout, huh?
Better.
You know, I've never seen anyone else here.
Good spot.
Cops and you going to give yourself up, Frank?
I'm not going to.
You got to face that jury sometime.
You've got some romantic idea that I'm going to give myself up and face a jury that's stacked against me. You can forget it.
What makes you so sure the jury's going to be against you?
Honey, look, you're a smart girl. You know a lot about Jaguars, but don't tell me about a fix in a small town when it's mad, or a card game when you haven't got any cards.
Well, Frank, the whole world isn't against you. You'll get an even break if you give it a chance.
Sure, give it a chance. Listen, Connie, all my life I've been trying to get by on my own because that's the way I figured it. After the Army, I saved some money, so I bought myself a truck. Not 2 trucks or a fleet. No partners, just me. Turned out I was bothering somebody. Guy who owned a lot of trucks. He tried everything. Undercut me, everything. But I figured I had my rights, so I stuck. And one of his drivers tried to run me off the road. All I was trying to do was keep from getting killed. And his truck went over the side.
And how come they accuse you of murder?
2 minutes later, one of his other drivers was there yelling his head off about how I drove his buddy over the cliff. He didn't even seem to care much that he was dead.
Why did you break out of jail? No jury in the world would convict you if you told them what happened.
If I got to a jury. Those truckers were coming to get me. They weren't waiting for a trial. I had to break out of jail.
That gang of hoodlums probably slept it off the next morning. If you go back now, they won't have anything to do with it.
They've got everything to do with it.
You can't prove you're innocent running away.
I can't prove it dead.
Look, I'll tell them what happened at the cafe. We'll get lawyers. You've got to believe in yourself. In the law. In someone.
Sure, Connie.
How do?
Good afternoon.
Is that your car?
Yeah?
Well, you ain't supposed to be here, you know.
No, I didn't know.
Are you folks from the races? Sure would like to see them. Boy, that's a good-looking car. Luckily, I came by. You know, after sunset, the cops patrol the park. And they arrest you and pinch you.
Cops who come here?
Yeah, looking for the kids, you know. Kind of a lover's lane. Well, good evening.
Frank, I didn't know.
You're smart, like I said, Connie, but not smart enough.
Frank, I swear.
Got any more hideouts, cute spots, picnic spots nobody knows about? Trust somebody. You see why I don't?
Well, what do you expect? You hate the world, and the world hates you. And that specifically and especially includes me. Let go my arm.
I'll break it for you if you try any more tricks. What time does the antique race start?
We're going to make it just about now. Connie, I'll let you ride with me.
No, thanks. We'll meet you there.
Okay, don't run away again.
opening race, we have everything but the Stanley Steamer. Oh, I take it all back. Wait a minute. Here is the Stanley Steamer, ready to defend its honor against the Model T. Wait a minute. Here comes Dennis Maxwell. Well, folks, you can see for yourselves the race is about to begin.
Not everybody can get to the marshal stand.
Looks like everybody has.
Tell me, where have you two been all afternoon?
Oh, we just picked up a bite of lunch.
When you gonna get your pit check?
Huh?
I said, when are you going to get your pit check?
You made your point. Why don't you tell them?
Isn't it exciting? Oh, we're going to get checked over and gassed up in the morning.
Say, Mr. Myers, how did you and Connie ever meet each other?
Oh, look.
And now we have the announcement of the winner in this, the last race. Mr. A.J. Jones driving his Maxwell.
How about something to eat?
Fine.
Would you like to join us, Mr. Myers?
Yeah, thanks.
The winning cars of the Concord Elegance are now on display on the lot. The grand prize winner in the $10,000 and over class, a Rolls-Royce convertible owned by Mr. Jack Milner of Beverly Hills, is at the head of the line.
This man who drives as well as you should see this.
Sure, it'll be an education.
He'll be so interested.
Maybe see your car, sir?
Certainly.
Thank you. Now, this is one of the few convertible Rolls Royces ever made. Exactly like the one owned by the King of Denmark.
It's beautiful.
Say, Connie, the way you stowed away those hot dogs, I thought you said you just had lunch.
The fresh air. The peace and quiet of the country.
Peace and quiet. They're keeping it undercover, but a friend of mine told me they're looking for a murderer. A guy named Frank Webster. They think he's in the park.
You think this would be a nice place to hide out?
They don't actually know he's guilty, do they?
He's guilty. Say, where'd you say you were from? Bill, isn't it?
El Centro.
Oh? Say, do you know Elmo Redding up there?
No, I don't.
That's funny. Thought everybody knew Elmo. Owns half the town.
No, I don't remember.
Say, how'd you and Connie ever get together?
I needed a driver. I heard they might ban women drivers, so I asked Bill to drive for me.
Thought you said you hadn't driven much.
But he has. He's driven lots.
You don't look like a sports car man.
How can you tell?
Well, it's a rather expensive hobby.
Money doesn't make a good driver, Vic.
Well, I didn't say it did, Connie. All I said was that Bill didn't look like a sports car man. Looks more like a truck driver to me.
Come on, Bill, let's get up to the pit.
Say, Connie, I never thought I'd see you with that type.
You'll never see me with your type either.
Mrs. John Howell, your small son Peter is at the announcer's booth. He says he isn't lost, but you are. If anyone has a set of extra spark plugs for a Ferrari, please check.
This road get checked over. Eddie!
Hi, Mrs. Adair. How are you?
Fine, Eddie. How are you?
Can't complain. How's the car feeling?
Oh, it's fine, too. Would you check it over for me?
I guess you're not driving in the rain.
This is Bill Myers. He's driving.
She sure is a hot one, Mr. Myers.
She sure is. Can I leave it here tonight and get it first thing in the morning?
I'll have it ready for you first thing in the morning.
Thanks, Eddie.
Hey, Sally. Hi, Connie. How are you? Where's your wheel? We left that car in the pit. Hi, you been buzzing any hay trucks lately?
No.
That was the most.
Oh, Sally Phillips, this is Bill Myers.
Glad to know you. Come on, we're going to a party.
Oh, mine.
What for?
For fun.
I mean, what's the occasion?
All of us lady drivers who aren't allowed to drive are going to celebrate braking training. Now, you know you've never been in training. Does that mean I can't break it? Come on. Say, where you two staying tonight? Or, should I ask?
We're looking.
We'll never find anything around here. This town's packed. You want to stay with us? Oh, we don't want to intrude on you folks. Oh, it won't be any trouble. We'll have a ball. You haven't got a friend, have you?
No.
Believe me, he has. Well, it won't be any intrusion. My folks are going to be up all night anyway. How come? Well, my dad's a deputy, and they're looking for a man. Oh, goodness sake. Now, who isn't? But they'll be out beating the bushes and coming back for coffee and out looking and coming back for sandwiches and... Well, let's go.
You know, I just remembered. We do have a place to stay.
Oh? Well, you can come for a drink, can't you?
No, I'm afraid not. It'll make us late.
If you're such a rush, I'll give you a lift.
No, it'll make us late, thanks.
I begin to understand why you haven't got a friend. Think it's worth it, Connie, to find a guy that can drive?
Well, nice to have met you, miss.
Likewise, I'm sure. Say, if you don't want to go to the party, would you like to join the manhunt?
No, thanks.
I didn't think so. Where are we going, Frank?
Park's getting hot.
Would you rather give up than get caught?
No. Come on. Me and that car together are just too hot for this park till we're on our way to Mexico.
Well, where are we going now?
For a walk. It takes all night.
Oh, Frank, what on earth are you trying to prove?
That it's harder to hit a moving target.
But you keep moving.
I feel safer with you.
You don't even trust me, do you?
Any reason why I should?
Oh, no, of course not. I haven't been any help at all.
You're good company, though.
Couldn't we just stop on the side of the road?
No.
What's wrong with that?
I said no.
I'm tired.
Exercise is good for your figure.
There's nothing wrong with my figure.
I've noticed.
I'm not going any farther.
Everybody's on your side.
Oh, I like it here.
I thought you would. Come on.
Oh, no. Oh, Frank, you're as tired as I am.
Don't tell me you like it here, too. I just want to carry you over the threshold. May not be much, but we call it home.
How did you know about it?
Criminal mind, always checking hideouts.
Oh, Frank, why didn't you tell me we were coming someplace different?
Oh, I'm surprised.
Oh, well, I don't. Frank,
What's better after the furniture arrives?
I'd rather walk.
Don't go away.
Oh, Frank, you're not still afraid I'll run away.
Kid around a little, Connie, but this is life and death, mine. So we'll play it real safe.
All I want you to do is give yourself up and face the charges.
I want you to mind your own business.
Okay. For all I care, you can go to Africa. Stay there. Why should I try to convince
Don't cry.
Huh. Why should I try to convince you?
I love you. great day for the race. You're beautiful in the morning. I'll miss you.
You won't have the opportunity.
Meet me in Mexico?
You go to Mexico, you'll give up the only chance you've got.
That's not the way I see it.
Well, believe me, you see it wrong. If you'll give me a chance, I'll prove it.
Send me a postcard.
Don't you want me?
I want you. You're the most beautiful thing I've ever known. But I can't afford to stay.
Oh, but you're innocent.
If it isn't what you are, it counts.
It is.
It's what you get taken for.
Someday what you really are is going to catch up with you. It'll be worth fighting for. I just hope it isn't too late.
Thanks for everything.
Frank!
I'll tell them where you are.
Oh, Frank! Please, don't do this.
I'm sorry.
All drivers who have not yet signed their insurance forms, please report to the booth. Dr. Sampson, call your office.
Hi, Eddie.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Myers.
How is she?
Great little car. She's in top shape.
Help! 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 Somebody come let me out!
Your attention, please. All cars on the starting line. All cars.
Good luck, Mr. Myers.
Jackson, 39, get in the starting line. This is the feature race, the International, a 98-mile race into Mexico. The track is closed.
Where's Connie?
Watching.
She sure has a lot of faith in you.
Seems to.
Too much, in my opinion. I still don't think you belong here, and I think I'll prove it. Good luck.
Thanks for everything.
Starter Al Torres is back up now. The race will start any moment.
Can you give me a ride to the race?
Sure, but
I'll explain later.
The field is spreading out. Daniels in the lead, Roberts in second, Nagel third. As the cars go into the straightaway, Daniels is holding the lead, but Nagel is moving up to challenge Robinson for second. All looking down the course, individual duels are shaping up. Trailing the field after the inverted start are the two fastest qualifiers. Bill Myers at 55 is driving cautiously, seemingly just in half the ride, but he's being pushed to favor Hatfield, who is driving that very hot 17C and wants to make a real race of it. They're winning. Gordon leads Packy to turn number 7, where Jensen spun out. As they approach the last turn onto the park, Stucker holding the lead with Kendall pressing close behind. Myers and Hatfield are in a challenging position for the lead as they swing out of the park into the mountains on the way to Mexico. For further progress on this great race, the International, listen to the bulletins on your radio.
All right, there's the phone, but I don't see what good it's going to do you. The race has already started.
Operator, give me the police. Police, listen very carefully. The driver of car 55 in the International is Frank Webster. Just tried to stop him at the border. He's innocent. Thanks for the lift.
Looks like it's okay now, Eddie.
Yeah, she's all ready.
Harrison!
Connie, how are you?
Harrison, can I
Too bad you can't drive in the race. Connie, what's the matter?
Why aren't you racing?
Something happened to the starter, but...
Is it all right now?
Yeah, sure, but...
Could I use your car?
Connie, it's too late to drive in the race.
I've got to get to the border. I'll use the main highway.
Hey, what is this?
I'll explain it later. It's important to me, Harrison. Please.
Hey, Eddie, is she ready to go now?
Perfect.
Connie, are you sure you're all right?
I will be. Thank you, Harrison.
right, Webster. I'll get him.
Faber?
Yes, thanks.
He's all right.
All right, well, welcome back to the flight deck. We are descending now, coming in towards Boston. We have to make a little bit of a change to our planned arrival. The weather is favoring 1-5 right, so that's what we've programmed in. Put the weather into the chat, and we have some thunderstorms to the north, moving northeast of the airfield, so that's going to make it interesting. But we're all set up, descending in now. There's an aircraft landing there at the moment. There's 10 arrivals and 4 departures on the board at the moment, but everything's looking good. We're cruising down to 7,000 feet, which is our hard target at VATSim, and then we'll descend down from there as we keep coming in. Scott, you could have done it on VATSim. Yeah, well, you never know with the controllers and stuff, and if you haven't done it for a while, it's good to ease back into it. I know after a week or two of being away from it, that takes me a minute to get back into it. So we're holding our airspeed at about 290, 288, and slowly descending down. We're at 2,600 now. Coming up for the coast. We can see the clouds out there. I do a quick stormy weather check. Yeah, it looks like Boston's clear. They've got some pretty intensive storms just to the north, as it said, and moving northeast. But it looks like Boston itself should be fairly decent. So, not expecting too many issues there as we come in. Yeah, it's a busy place. Be nice to have a controller up, but there isn't one. But we'll take runway 15 right. It's not bad, 10,000 feet, and puts us more or less into the wind with minimal crosswind. Weather's been kind of flopping around on that east-southeast direction. Well, looks like it wants more drag, so more drag it gets. We'll increase that rate of descent. Alright, so we have a 280 knot limit at 6 seats, which is coming up. These are all baseball things. What do we got here? We got on deck, double, base, autumn, winter. And we got some beer ones. We'll be going down. Sam Adams, Boston politician, and beer named after him as well. Interesting points on the arrival. Alright, so we're kind of back in line with our vertical path. Just keeping an eye on everything here. So Boston area is kind of flat. We'll put on the terrain radar just as a reference. A few hills in the area, but nothing too major. 20,000 feet coming up, so we'll ding the people in the back, get the seatbelt signs on. We're not doing too bad. Our expected arrival is 31 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, the flight crew has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please return to your seat and fasten your seatbelt.
Yeah, there's a few of them that are pretty cool when you look at them. Orlando has a whole bunch of Disney ones and stuff like that, so it's pretty good. So looking at the Barrow 29er 79er, we'll put that in now. Ooh, a little bit of a freeze here. So 29er 79er. That's in on both sides, and we'll get it on the standby. Yeah, flaps 3 will give you a slightly greater airspeed on touchdown, meaning it's a little bit more stable. You're not as much at the edge. But everything is looking good. There's those heavy clouds to the north. I've flown into Boston before, not into Logan, but I flew into Bedford, which is just outside to the northwest, and took a car in from there. It was nice flying across the Appalachians and everything. It's a beautiful August flight. I have found that as long as my sound keeps going, I'm fairly confident it'll unfreeze and I'll be okay. If the sound stutters and cuts, I'm done and the sim's gonna crash. It hasn't frozen like that in a while, actually. I do have to go through and do another check on my graphic settings and just tweak. I've also decided I'm not going with a 4000 series card. I've done the research. 4000 series card would require me to update the motherboard, the CPU, and all that stuff, which I'm not going to do. So I figure I'm just going to go up to probably a 3070. 3080s and 3090s are still horrendously overpriced, but I can get probably a good 3070, maybe even 3070 Ti if they have it for under $1,000. So I may be doing that in August. We'll see. We get the speed brakes out. We got to be 250 at Badka, so let's get that dialed in. And since we're at J Fund, we'll make our arrival announcement now. Boston Logan area traffic, Skyways 5556 inbound on the J Fund 2 arrival for the ILS runway 15 right, Boston. Though this is a 2080 Super I'm running, and I'm watching. in 4K on my main monitor here. I just want a little bit more just so I can bump the graphics a little bit more, but it's not too bad. So speed's coming back to 250, coming up on that 7,000 feet. So we're going to want to be at 1700 for our intercept. So we'll dial that in. Missed approach here is going to be climbed to 3,000 feet on the Boston VOR, heading 145 outbound to Celts. This is 11 miles out. So we will quickly come down here. We'll go rad nav. Put in the Boston VOR 1127. Put that over here on VOR 2. We want a course of 154.
Collect any trash one final time. Please ensure tray tables
There we go. So that is in there now.
Please also store any carry-on
make sure we're
items
seeing
either in
that.
the back pocket or under the seat in front of you.
We're also going to slow now to 240 knots. Since we're on manual speed mode as well, we can go into approach mode. We'll get down all of our lights. We're a little slow with that. Lights are on. Ding the cabin again. Oh, big cloud buildup there. Temperature is like 20 degrees, so no icy concerns. And we'll turn on landing systems. And IMDC is the correct identifier. Gone very dark in here. We're going to switch over into managed speed mode now. We are 25 miles out from the airport. Let the aircraft start to slow down on its own. And we do have a manual and a disco coming up. So we're going to come in here and we are going to go direct to Wolber. And there's the localizer. Everything is looking good. 20 miles out. Yeah, I don't know the AMD numbers. I have a hard enough time now with a lot of the Intel stuff. Alright, we are looking good here. Just barely creeping down. That speed comes back. Oh, there's the glide slope. So we're going to Get us down under the glide. Might have to go a little bit steeper than that. Definitely get the speed brake out to assist. Boston area traffic Skyways 5556 on the ILS runway 15 right, 14.5 miles out. Boston Logan. There's the rain. Alright, so we're going to go approach mode. And I'm going to give the localizer an assist here. And we're going to do a little bit of a right jog for the intercept. There she is coming in.
2,500.
Localizer intercept. We'll go low on the outer brakes. Speed brakes are in and armed. Gear and flaps, cabin notified, lights are all on. Inbound we go. Got that wind pushing from the right. $10 miles. Glide slope's coming in. Not a lot to see out there at the moment. And there is one above, so flaps one. It's 200 knots, gear down. There's Boston coming out of the clouds, and there's the airport ahead. Flaps 2. Boston Logan traffic, Skyways 5556, 6 miles out, ILS runway 15 right, Boston. It's flaps 3. And flaps full. See an aircraft taxiing there or taking off. Looks like he's departing. Simultaneous runways, landing and takeoff and departure. There he goes. Not hearing him making any radio calls. Boston area traffic, Skyways 5556, 2.5 miles, runway 15 right, Boston. Looks like it's less than that. 500. I have control. This is generic scenery, default.
Above.
Not running any special Boston.
Minimum.
Wind has come around a little bit more on the nose, which is nice.
Light slope.
Yeah, I know I'm below the
Light
glide.
slope. Light slope.
40.
Too low. Terrain.
30.
20. Retard. 5.
And welcome to Boston. There's 60 knots. Reverser's off. Auto brakes are off. Down to about 40 knots.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Boston. The local time is 5:50 p.m. and it's currently about
We're gonna get off here at
79
Delta, taxi on
degrees
Charlie.
Fahrenheit. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead
Oh, you're
bins
up in
as
New York
items
now?
may have
Yeah.
been shifted during the flight. We thank you for flying with us. And
You
we
make
hope
good
to see
time.
you again soon.
I'll have to look at getting Boston scenery. Alright, we're going to take Charlie straight to the terminal. Flaps up. Speed brakes up. Those lights are off. That can come off. And those can come off. Boston traffic Skyways 5556 taxiing to the apron via Charlie crossing 22 left and 22 right at Boston.
In Boston, United 121 climbing. Flight level 220 last call Boston.
It's the guy who just departed, and I will turn off the weather radar and the TCAS. Actually going to be in Boston in a couple weeks when I'm away on holidays. That's where we end up. I'll be, spending the day walking the, what do they call it, Freedom Trail, all the historic points here in Boston. So where are we going? We are heading to the gates. We are going to go to gate, let's go to gate 25. Yeah, Terminal C. Sure. American Airlines can take care of us. All right, here's 25 or 22 right. Not hearing any other traffic movement. There's the C gates right ahead of us. GSX has gone in and put in all the jetways, which is why they have all the names on them. And 22 or 25 should be, that's 27, 25 should be the next one. Should be in here. Yep, there's 3331. Then it will be 27. We want 25. See the equipment there. And our marshaller, so we will shut off the lights. Gonna fire up the APU. Alright, let's get into our parking spot. Let's see if we can get a better view of how they want us. It's very odd. But okay, we'll do it this way. Interesting, no marshaller. I think they want the engines over these, but be a little bit awkward. We'll just park her up right there. Alright, parking brakes are set. Chocks and GPU connected. External power is on. Engines are shutting down. Fuel pumps are coming off. Beacon is off. We'll leave the nav lights on. We'll turn off all that. And we are good there. And here comes the jetway. Let's request deboarding.
Requested.
No, bring that back. Thank you. Alright, everybody is coming around. Got everyone off the airplane before the rains hit. Well, thanks for flying along with us, Scott. Hope your flight's going well. Well, the bleeds are on now. Oh yeah, the EPU is off. We'll get it going. We're on ground power anyway. So that's going to do it for today. We're back tomorrow flying our tour of Canada, Calgary to Victoria. Should be an interesting flight. We have scenery for those airports as well. Hope to see you all there. Thanks for flying along, Scott, Brian, and Liam. Thanks for joining us for the flight. Take care. And, oh, it looks like ground just came online in Boston. Anyway, we'll see you guys on the next one tomorrow. Bye for now.